from the Telegraph, fake news Telegraph. And it says that according to a UN-backed group, famine officially declared in Gaza for first time. Announcement will enrage Benjamin Netanyahu as IDF prepares to move in the city of 500,000. Oh, by a UN-backed group that famine is officially declared in Gaza. Really? Okay, all right. Now here's Ambassador Mike Huckabee. Love Mike Huckabee, U.S. Ambassador to the nation of Israel. And he says, you know who is starving? The hostages kidnapped and tortured by uncivilized Hamas savages. Maybe the overfed terrorists could share some of their warehouse full they stole with hungry people, especially the hostages. More food aid has entered Gaza than anywhere else in history. Using the WFP emergency ration of 2,100 calories per person per day, which translates to roughly half a kilogram, the 1.4 megatons of food, the 1.4 million tons, 1.4 megatons of food aid that's entered Gaza since October 7th would feed all 2.2 million people for 1,312 days. That's the amount of food that has entered Gaza. Okay, but of course, what happens to this food? It's taken, large of it is taken by Hamas. Here we have Cam Higbee, who was there himself and saw it for himself, that just outside Gaza, we have football fields full, pallets of food. I think the issue is that you aren't all ready for the truth about Gaza. I can show you, but even if I took you to Gaza and you saw it with your own eyes, you wouldn't believe it. Look at all that food behind me. You'll continue finding excuses to why it can't be true. Yeah, pallets. I just came from the Gaza Strip. I was in one singular lot, only in one singular lot, that contained enough aid to feed every Gazan for days. Look at the pallets behind me. You are being lied to. Absolutely. Second witness of this, the Xavier Duror, not even going to try with that last name. But we have Israel is not blocking food from entering Gaza. There is enough food at this aid base to feed every person in Gaza for at least a week, but the UN and Hamas, etc., refuse to distribute the food efficiently. Instead, it sits here to spoil and to be stolen. How is that Israel's fault? Pallets and pallets of food. Never let fear stop you from seeking the truth. Checking in from Gaza to learn where the humanitarian aid is going. And so here we have a UN-backed group, and they declare that famine is official in Gaza. Oh, really? In Gaza, really? Like this? Footage from a restaurant, Thailandi, in Gaza from only 20 hours ago. Doesn't look like famine in Gaza to me. YouTube being YouTube, I'm going to silence it for the sake of I don't want to, get dinged with copyright. And yet, here we have plenty of food, and we've got pizza here. Plenty of food. And you look at the actual Palestinians, and the Palestinians are, they're doing quite well. We have the hostages that are starved to death, and then we have Palestinians who, like these two guys here, they could go for months without eating, and they would be just fine, okay? They can more than afford to go months without, eating anything. They could go, 2 months, and it would actually be good for them. It's like, hey, go on a water and a juice fast for the next 80 days, guys. It'll be actually really good for you. And I said this, that I genuinely hate that Israel is supplying the evil Palestinians with food and supplies. And I stress that. Evil Palestinians. Not just evil Hamas, evil Palestinians. I hate even more that the world expects Israel to supply the evil Palestinians with food and supplies. No nation or army in world history has ever been expected to supply the civilian population of the enemy with food, water, medical care, electricity, etc. Only Israel. Israel needs to learn that the world will hate them no matter what they do. So it doesn't matter. Let the world hate. Israel will endure nevertheless. Just get in there and get the job done. Obliterate Hamas completely. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The world is going to hate the good. That's how it always is with the world. Our Lord Jesus, the Jew, said it perfectly, that if you were of the world, well, then the world would love you. But because you are not of the world, but you are of the truth, the world hates you, because that's what the world hates. Those of the world who are of their master, Satan, the father of lies, they hate the truth. If they're the number one thing that they hate more than anything else, they hate the truth. And so all agents of the enemy, they exalt the lies. And I stress how the Palestinians are just this. They are evil, generally speaking. Generally speaking, when it comes to the Palestinians, yes, they are evil. And you need look no further than one of the number one, quote, human rights activists that champions the Palestinian cause, and her claim is that she's Palestinian, when actually the reality is she's from Bosnia. She's from Bosnia. But I mean, you want to talk about the most satanic of people on planet Earth? The most satanic? Okay, look no further than Ahed Tamimi, one of these so-called human rights activists for the Palestinians. The same Palestinians, by the way, that Cenk Uygur, Muslim piece of filth Cenk Uygur, stated only a few days ago, quote, God bless the Palestinians, the best people on planet Earth. The best people on planet Earth. Oh, really? You think so, huh? Well, how about this? The truth of these monsters, it always comes out in the end. The truth of who they are and what they want always comes out. She said, quote, we are fighting. I apologize. We are fighting the Jews, not Zionism. We're fighting the Jews. So-called human rights activist Ahed Tamimi has long received glowing press coverage for assaulting an Israeli soldier while still a teenager. Yeah, you want to talk about somebody that's demonically possessed. Okay, yeah. On a recent podcast interview, she showed her true colors, and it didn't sound like activism. Quote, I was raised to believe that Judaism means occupation, and today, tomorrow, and a million years from now, I will continue to say that Judaism should be presented to the children of Palestine, children of my age and younger, as occupation, and that we are fighting the Jews, not Zionism. The whole world needs to shut up when a Palestinian is talking. We are superior to the entire world. Oh, really? Yeah, we are superior to the entire world because we are the only ones in the world fighting injustice at the expense of our lives and the expense of our humanity. Well, sacrificing your humanity to fight for your evil cause. I mean, yeah, that's going to happen for anyone that's fighting for evil. You fight for Satan, you fight for the things of this world, the wickedness of this world. Your humanity is the price, okay? That's what you're putting on the altar. That's what you're getting rid of. That's what you're sacrificing. And then she further expressed her hope that World War III will break out. If this woman is an international symbol of your movement, you might want to reconsider that movement altogether. Yeah, you think? And that's not all that she said. So, in more of a sarcastic tone, I wrote, "Move over, Greta Thunberg. Climate activism is so 2 years ago. The left has a new poster child, and she's got it all. She's Palestinian. Well, claims to be anyway. She's actually from Bosnia. But who cares about details? She hates the Jews. She wants the Jews eradicated and has claimed that she will, quote, direct quote from this monster, that she will drink their blood and eat their skulls because what Hitler did was a joke." Yeah. What Hitler did to the Jews, that was nothing. That was a joke. We will drink their blood and eat their skulls, is what she has said. And this is why I stress how the Palestinians, and I do stress Palestinians, because the majority of them either they're with Hamas or they support Hamas. And so I make no differentiation as far as that. The evil Palestinians, they are far worse than the Nazis. Oftentimes they're compared to Nazis, but no, they are far worse because the Nazis tried to hide what they were doing from the eyes of the world. These monsters, they parade it, they celebrate it, they video record it, they live stream it, they love it, and they openly declare exactly what they want. This isn't about Zionism. This isn't about the nation of Israel. This is about the Jews. We hate the Jews, and we want to totally eradicate the Jews. So she wants the Jews eradicated and has claimed that she will, quote, drink their blood and eat their skulls because what Hitler did was a joke. And she'd love to see the complete destruction of the entire world with World War III. Everything the left loves wrapped up in one miserable, insufferable, evil package. You want to look at the face of evil? There's the face of evil. You want to look at somebody that is filled with a legion, many legions of demons? There you go. And that brings me back to what we spent the whole first, hour, talking about. Tucker Carlson and how he comes out, this was last summer, 24, with this announcement of how he was mauled by a demon a year and a half earlier. So we're looking at 2.5 years ago, he has this claim that he was mauled by a demon. But that's only in the case of demonic possession. You look at demonic possession in the Word of God, and it always involves that type of thing. It's something physical in nature. And so, demonic possession, it is as real as it gets. It happens to this day, and it happens for those people who give themselves over to it. And Tucker Carlson is one of them. He's given himself over to the lies. He's given himself over to the evil, and we need to recognize that. We need to recognize that and speak out against him. And the sooner the political right gets rid of this guy, just announces that, Tucker Carlson, he does not represent us, he does not speak for us, the better. We need to, in that sense, put him away from the political right. He is not one of us. He does not represent us. He represents the enemy. And, that's something that I've also said, that it's so true how when it comes to the political left, who has become all extreme, the political left is entirely extreme. But then you look at the extreme, quote, political right, what I refer to and many refer to as the woke right, they meet at a certain point. And what is that point where the two meet? Israel and Jew hatred is where they meet. And so you come across anyone that hates the Jews and hates Israel, and I'm telling you right now, that is a guarantee that is an individual working for the enemy and not working for God. Because as God has declared, if you desire to be blessed, you bless Israel. Those that bless Israel will be blessed, and those that curse Israel will be cursed.